Okay, before we get started today, I want to talk a little bit about draping and the importance of that. Now, draping is ultimately essential, as you well know, for a massage. Your massage can be unique for every client. Every client's needs might be different than another client's needs, but your draping should be the same. I mean, it should be methodical. It should be perfect. It should be subconscious. You shouldn't have to think about it. I always tell my students in the classes that I teach that you can't over-practice draping. It is that crucial. The thing about it is, though, is the draping it's different for the client on the table than it is for you, per se. Say, for example, my client here named Kinsey, she can only feel the drape. She can't see the drape. And what I mean by that is, let's just give an example about what I'm talking about. So she can feel the sheet against her leg. That's the advantage of having a beach towel on top of a sheet, is you can feel the weight of it falling onto your body. She can feel where that is. And that's crucial because wherever she can feel the drape, she feels covered and safe. So, for example, if you just take the sheet off of her leg, just like that, she's not exposed. But she feels like she could be exposed because she can't feel the sheet anymore. That's important. That's important before we start this, that no matter what happens during the sequence of these stretches, we're going to show you how to do Thai massage, stretches massage, while people are on the table. It's important that you have that concept in mind because she can't see what's going on. She can only feel what's going on. So every time you're doing a stretch or a maneuver in this way, you want to make sure that no matter what's going on, that she can always feel the drape happening. Okay, that's really important. So some of the materials you're going to need today, of course, you're going to need the bottom sheet, top sheet, and a beach towel, large bath towel, whatever, for this demonstration. Now, I actually chose this color of towel on purpose because I want to have, because one other thing you're going to need is I have another towel here, another beach towel, and possibly a hand towel. You may need these as well, and I'll show you why in a moment. I actually chose two different colors because I wanted to show you the contrast between the two when we actually get some of these maneuvers down, okay? So you'll need another beach towel on hand and possibly another hand towel, and I'll explain that later. Now, let's get started. I'm going to start by, I started her face down because that's typically where you would start your client. You've worked on the back, you've got the hands out of the drape. Now, what's the advantage about the hand towel that I have here is this is a little trick I always do to get the hair out of the way. You may have clients who have long flowy hair. You may have clients who have long flowy hair who don't want any product in at all. I know a few, I know a lot actually. So this is just a little towel trick that I've always done to keep the hair out of the way. So you just kind of pull all the hair out of the way in such a way to where even every strand, even if they have a hair tie in their hair, I typically do this because I know people are really good about pulling their hair out of the way, but they might miss a strand or two. And I don't know if you're doing a massage and you're massaging, even just one hair can influence and get pulled and tugged, and it can pull away from your massage. So the towel trick like this, if you do it right, you just pull every hair out of the way, then you just grasp the towel after you've put it on her back, pull it over her head, then double it over, and that gets every strand of hair out of the way, hopefully. So now I can just apply massage and do whatever I want to do, and there's no strands of hair in the way. So that's what you want to use the hand towel for if you need it. I highly recommend it for sure. So since this portion is just about stretching, I'm not going to do a lot of massage today. This is just hopefully, I'm assuming that you've got the massage down. We're going to do this. It's kind of a way to supplement your massage if you want to add stretches. So I'm going to start by, let's see, we can start by coming to the side, and now we're going to try to stretch some of our pecs here, okay? So what we're going to do with this is I'm going to have you put their arm across their back. And if they can't do this, that's okay. So you can just keep their arm to the side, just like that. But if they can, ideally you put their arm on their low back, and what you do is you're going to put your hand, basically the anterior portion of their shoulder, their deltoid, into your palm, and then her basically biceps, triceps, upper arm, I guess you could say, is going to be resting on top of your forearm. So essentially, you're just going to lift this up and slide your hand underneath just like so. Then from there, you're going to put some pressure. This is my left hand, by the way. With my right hand, I'm going to put pressure on her back, just medial to her scapula. So I'm going to push down with my right hand and lift up with my left hand. This is really good. And you want to make some slight adjustments to it, and this is going to help stretch those pecs. You can actually get some second head of trapezius in that as well. Hold it for about 10 or 15 seconds. You're pushing down pretty hard. That's how you're getting the stretch. Perfect. Okay, I can come to the other side and do it really quick on the other side as well. Put your arm right across. Now, on this side, I'll show you a little bit difference to where you just keep the hand down. So ideally, you get the best stretch if the hand's across the back. But if someone has really tight, say, rotator cuff muscles, you won't be able to do that. So keep the hand at the side. You'll do the same thing. You'll just pick up the arm with my right hand. I'm going to slide it under her arm, right to her shoulder. So her arm is resting right on my forearm. I'm going to put my hand just medial to the scapula. I'm going to lift and stretch. So you're grasping basically the front of the deltoid there, the anterior portion, lift and stretch. You're pushing down equally. You're pushing down equally as much as you're pulling up. Now you do this properly, you're not lifting up with your biceps. I'm hooking in and I'm leaning back. I want you to use your legs as much as possible through this exercise. The less arms you have to do and the more legs you can use, that's the better body mechanics. Perfect, just like that. Mackenzie here has great mobility in her shoulder and pecs, so not too tight, and that's about as far as I want to go. So, and that's how you get a good pec stretch for your client while they're face down. So, okay, now I've demonstrated that sequence. I'm going to have you follow along with me if you don't mind. So again, start. Now, again, lower the sheet to the sacrum. Pull the hands out, stuff you already maybe know. Grab your hand towel again. Place it on the back, pull all the hair out of the way. Grab your towel, pull it over the head, double it over, keeps the hair out of the way. Perfect. Okay, now everybody, start by placing the hand, if possible, on the lower back. Grasp the arm and the shoulder. Slide your hand so your hand's right underneath the front part of the deltoid. Put your hand right medially to the scapula, and then press and lift. You feeling that stretch? Great, she's feeling the stretch. Remembering to use your legs, not your biceps. All right, fantastic. I'm going to drop her arm, put under the sheet. Come to the other side. Now, the last time we demonstrated this, I had her arm down, but I'm going to put her arm, because she's flexible enough, on her low back. Slide her arm underneath her shoulder. Put your hand just medial to the scapula. Pull and press. Hold that for about 10-15 seconds again. Great. Good job, everybody. And lower the arm. We're all set to move on.